Hello, fellow YouTubers. WfC Stop Motioner here. My very first Kingdom figure has arrived. This is Voyager Cyclonus. He looks so good. I'm so excited to get him out. I've just been anxiously waiting. I found out yesterday he was coming today. I just cannot wait. There's the really looking cool artwork in a smaller window, which allows more room for the artwork, which is really cool. He's just in this like nature scene. Get a good look at this awesome artwork. There's the back. He transforms in 34 steps. And I'm actually going to kind of open him on camera. So let's see how that works. Just so we can show like everything as it's coming out. Dang it. I don't know if these scissors are going to work for this or not. Yes, these are kid scissors. Don't judge me, alright? Alright, there we go. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright. Alright, so you get his instruction sheet. Here we got the figure right here. Oh, he looks so good. We got this card here. Looks like I got Optimus. Alright, so I'm going to open him up and take a look. Okay, so we'll start off with this Destiny card. We got Optimus Prime. That's who I ended up getting with this. I know there's at least 3 of these. It's very random, so I hope I at least get 1 of each. See the golden disc. That reveals the Destiny. If you're not familiar with what Beast Wars is, golden discs were kind of what that was. So yeah, you just lift this up. I'm going to try not to fully remove it. But Optimus Prime dies? Oh, of course he does. We all saw that coming. This guy's been dying a lot since 1986. So, yeah, really cool incentive. This is definitely better than what we got with Siege, and way better than what we got with Earthrise. What we got with Siege was cool, except you needed a black light, and not everybody has a black light. The one with Earthrise was just lame. You just translate, and that's it. There's nothing you enter. Whereas this is just cool. It's collectible, so I like this. Now, for Cyclonus himself, it hurts me that it's agonizing, trying not to get this figure a 10 out of 10, but this figure is almost perfect. Like, there's a few little nitpicks I have with him, but overall, there's only one thing that I think might keep him from getting a 10 out of 10, but I'll just have to see as time goes on. But we'll get into that in a minute. But first, I just want to look at this awesome jet mode. This is so cool. Got the gun mounted on top. Just nice, a light shade of purple. This thing is so big. Fairly clean underneath. He's got landing gear. Landing gear. Learn from this. They gave him landing gear. That is so cool. A very, very nice touch. I'm going to compare him to Skywarp. Unfortunately, I do not have any Bombshells to compare him with, which is kind of a shame because, honestly, I think it's Bombshell who became Cyclonus. Yes, this guy has purple on him. He turns into a jet. He's loyal to Galvatron. He's dumb, but I don't really think of his personalities. I think of it like Unicron completely reformatted the other Decepticons. And, so, it's like they didn't necessarily carry over. And the reason I think this is because Unicron said Cyclonus and his armada. And the one who was in the front was Bombshell, and he became Cyclonus. So that's why I think it's him, because he was in the front. That kind of indicated that was the real one. The one behind him was just a generic one. Just look at the shiny paint job on this guy. Not really much paint back here, but that's fine. I mean, you can still get all the awesome details. And if this is, this is my first Kingdom figure, and this is a sign of what's to come. I'm all for it. I'm on board. This gets me very excited about Kingdom. All right, so now to transform him. His transformation is just so fun. I can tell I'm going to be going back and forth on this guy like a lot. To begin, hold up the landing gear. And just untab this. Fold these back on a double hinge, so you want to wait for it to focus. Here we go. Fold this down, pull the nose cone in. You see, this is just a really cool transformation just because you're tucking things in, and I don't know, for some reason I just really enjoy that. Rotate this around. Let me just fold this down, fold this down. This is where we get into the one thing that might be keeping this guy from getting a 10 out of 10. I don't know if this is just mine, came this way, or if I just kind of messed it up in my excitement. There's a crack here. I hope that's not going to be anything too bad, and it's probably not going to be, so yeah. By the end of this review, I'll make my mind up. So you just kind of tuck this up in here. It just all conceals so well. That's why I just love this transformation. You just open things up, stick them down in there, and they're hidden. And that is just amazing in my book. All right, then just disconnect these legs. Now this is the part that's kind of similar to Siege Soundwave, where you open this up, fold out the feet. Then you just extend these legs just right. You just do that. And then you disconnect this right here. Then, oh, this is kind of cool. I like to think of this being kind of like a gun. And it can stick some blast effects in there, I think, so that's pretty cool. You just fold that up in. Of course, he comes mistransformed, but you just kind of got to figure it out. Now, thankfully, I've watched enough reviews for this guy that I know how everything works. And here we've got this robot mode is outstanding. I cannot talk enough about it. This figure just might have put himself in the spot of my favorite War for Cybertron figure just in this whole trilogy. This figure is amazing. Yes, I'm gushing. He deserves it. Just the way the transformation works, everything just tucks away so well. His jet mode looks good. It doesn't look wonky like the Earthrise Seeker mold did. There's a comparison there. He is like just so kibble free, and he has light piping, and that just works so well. His whole face lights up, and at least with this light, I love this figure so much. Now, one thing I want to talk about, this is something that did kind of concern me in the promotional images, was that the knees were like this, and this does make him a little bit taller, but not by that much, and there's cavities here. And that's what was kind of concerning me, but thankfully that can be fixed. Just about anything that's hollow on this figure has a reason to be hollow. like there's hollow spots right here, and that's because the legs tuck up in there. He's just, this is the first Cyclonus I think that's actually tried to replicate his cartoon accurate purple. That face sculpt looks just like him. Give him his gun, which is really cool looking. I mean, you know what? The crack can be worked. The crack, I can overlook that. This figure's probably going to be fine. He gets a 10 out of 10. A strong 10 out of 10. This figure is amazing. You need him in your collection 100%. He is that good. And he is well worth the $30 that you pay for him. Here he is next to his rival, Ultra Magnus. And with his rabbit ears, as I'm going to call them, I think he's just a smidge taller. He's taller than a leader class. I mean, he's even got a waist swivel. He doesn't look like he would, but he does. Man. I cannot praise this figure enough. It is so good. Just whatever you got to do. If you find him at stores or online, get him. You absolutely, without a doubt, need this figure in your collection. I am very, very glad that I got him. I was pretty confident I was going to love this figure, but man, even with those expectations, I am blown away. Like I said, I can't talk enough about him, but I probably should because I don't want to take up that much of your time. So, I'm going to stick him on the display and call it. This display is getting a little bit full, but there's Cyclonus with all of my Decepticons. I want to get the new Scourge now to go with him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Galvatron turns out. So, that is my review for the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus. That's a 10 out of 10, pretty much perfect figure. I really recommend him. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and God bless.